It's something most South Africans are thinking about, whether they're at work, at home, or at play. Safety. It's a major concern in a nation still troubled by crime and violence. As the price of tech comes down, high-end, high-tech safety devices are becoming more accessible to the average South African.
Alarms. Most of us have them, or have had them in our homes. You know the drill. You hire an alarm company and they install motion sensors in and around your place. You arm or disarm those sensors via a keypad. A sound siren activates when a motion sensor is tripped and a third-party security company attempts to call you to verify whether you are in distress. If you don't answer the phone, the security company will dispatch guards to investigate the situation. But the benign reasons for not answering your phone statistically outstrip the slightly more menacing possibilities. For example, at any given point in time, you're far more likely to be on the toilet, on an airplane, romancing your partner, sleeping off a jug of sangria, playing Jenga with your nephew, or shouting at professional sports people through a pub television than tied up in your kitchen as hoodlums loot your abode of valuables. And who's to say that it wasn't your overweight cat returning from gorging on a nest of baby birds in the first place? And let's not even begin to mention the face-numbing frustration of multiple false alarms and their associated phone calls while you're away for the weekend. And obviously at some point in your life, you'll have to trust your neighbor with your alarm code so that someone can pop in to feed the Labrador. The Alarm Guy is one of a slew of new companies using the potential of smartphones and tablets to put the finishing touches on what up until now has been an annoying but necessary service. They're offering their customers the ability to activate and deactivate alarms for specific portions of a property, control interior and exterior lighting, and key into surveillance camera feeds, all from a smartphone or tablet. Obviously, you need to have brutal bandwidth capacity to have a video feed streaming to your phone, right? Well, this is where it gets quite technologically titillating. Although it gives a real-time view, that video feed is only activated whenever you or a control room request a visual feed, meaning you won't have to ask the municipality to lay industrial-grade fiber connectivity at your front gate for the sake of your security system. But that isn't the nicest thing about the video feed. That video control room, ne? The video feed that you stream to your phone or iPad is monitored by a local service provider called Verifier. And get this, they'll key into your video feed when a motion sensor is tripped, and they won't sound the siren or call in the cavalry if they determine that the motion sensor was in fact tripped by a vacuum salesperson or your cat, which means that you can stay sleeping like a boss.
I think previously this type of technology was reserved for presidential elites and the rock stars and the super rich. Now with the new systems that have come through from the alarm companies themselves and the push on mobile devices, this type of technology has become very accessible and affordable to the man in the street. I think the real benefits are safety and convenience. Safety from the point of view that we can now pre-qualify what the false alarm is. So if it's the neighbor's cat, you react differently to if there are two guys on your property coming for you. And convenience aspect, if you're away and you've left a towel on the line and the wind starts to blow, the alarm starts to trigger, neighbors are getting irritated, you now have the ability to log into your system from wherever you are, bypass that zone and simply reset your alarm again.
The technology itself is actually really cheap. You know, the part that gets you connected and gets you linked up to your mobile devices. It's just the cameras and the cabling and all the labor that's where the costs really build up. I would say that for a small to medium sized house, to have your alarm system installed, a 4-camera CCTV system, fully integrated and linked up, you're looking anywhere between about 20 and 25,000 Rand.
So what's the downside? Cost, my friends. Being at the cutting edge of technology means you bleed, and the only thing thicker than water is liquid cash. The app functionality itself is cheap, but Verifier video monitoring will cost roughly double what you'd expect to pay compared to your not very useful security company. Whether it's worth it or not depends on how much you like the stuff you own.